This is our second a6400 body, the one we picked up during the 2020 pandemic when production work started scaling up and we needed a reliable second camera. Since then, it's been everywhere with us. Client shoots, travel projects, studio work, real use, not test bench use. Now we're officially past the 6-year mark of shooting with the a6400. So the big question is simple. Has it actually held up, or has it finally been left behind? Let's take a look. The first thing that still stands out is autofocus. Sony's real-time tracking and eye. Autofocus remain incredibly dependable, even by today's standards. It locks on quickly, sticks to subjects, and rarely hunts, whether you're shooting people, movement, or casual run-and-gun footage. For a camera in this price range, autofocus performance is still one of its biggest strengths. Image quality also hasn't aged. The 24.2 megapixel APS-C sensor delivers sharp, detailed images with solid dynamic range. Files hold up well in post, especially if you shoot RAW. And there's still plenty of flexibility for color work and exposure recovery. For video, the a6400 records oversampled 4K up to 30 frames per second using a full pixel readout from a 6K capture. That means the footage is crisp, detailed, and free from heavy pixel binning. Even today, it produces clean results that are more than usable for content creation, YouTube work, and commercial projects. You also get 1080p recording up to 120 frames per second for slow motion, S-Log 2 and S-Log 3 for grading, and reliable continuous autofocus during video. If your goal is solid, detailed footage without needing a full-frame system, the a6400 still delivers. That said, 5 years is a long time in camera tech, and some things definitely feel dated now. The physical design hasn't changed much from earlier A6000 series cameras. It's compact, but also a bit cramped. There's only one main command dial, and navigating settings often means diving into menus instead of using dedicated controls. Modern cameras in this range tend to offer more tactile control and faster access to key settings. The a6400 feels like it comes from an earlier generation of mirrorless ergonomics. The rear screen is a 3-inch tilting display with 921,000 dot resolution. It flips up 180 degrees for vlogging, which is useful, but by today's standards, it's not especially sharp and visibility in bright light can be challenging. The electronic viewfinder, at roughly 2.36 million dots, is serviceable, but no longer impressive compared to newer, higher resolution EVFs. One of the biggest omissions is the lack of in-body image stabilization. When this camera launched, that wasn't unusual. In 2025, it absolutely is. If you're shooting handheld video, you'll need stabilized lenses, a gimbal, or careful technique. For hybrid shooters, this limits flexibility compared to newer bodies that include IBIS as standard. The micro HDMI port is another long-standing frustration. It works, but it's not ideal for rigs or external monitors, and it's far less robust than the full-size ports many cameras now include. The NPFW 50 battery is small by modern standards. You'll want spares, especially for video days. When you compare the a6400 to newer APS-C cameras, you'll notice the gap in features: no IBIS, older menu system, limited external controls, rolling shutter that's noticeable in fast motion, and smaller battery system. But what hasn't changed is its reliability. It still starts up fast, shoots up to 11 frames per second bursts, focuses confidently, and produces files that look great. And that matters more than spec sheets sometimes. If you're a beginner or someone building a budget-friendly setup, the a6400 is still a very capable camera. You get excellent autofocus, strong image quality, and dependable 4K video without spending a fortune, especially if buying used. If you're focused heavily on handheld video, vlogging, or wanting modern conveniences like stabilization and updated ergonomics, newer cameras make more sense. But if you need a proven workhorse APS-C body that simply gets the job done, the a6400 still earns its place. For us, that's exactly why it's still in the bag. It's not flashy, it's not the newest, it's just reliable, and sometimes that's the most valuable feature of all. So what do you think? Is the a6400 still a smart buy today? Or has it finally reached the point where it's time to upgrade? Let us know in the comments. And if you want more long-term gear reviews like this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.